Indeed, with this fix applied, the assertion can no longer fail. This is how the argument goes. In order for the assertion to fail, the out variable must contain a less than sign. Since this is the only place where characters are being added, tag cannot be set. The quote variable, however, must be set, because otherwise we would have gone in that first branch over here. But then quote can only be set in this very location. But this can't be the case, because from step 2, we already know that tag cannot be set. And therefore, we have a contradiction between these two, which means that the assertion will never fail. Quod erat demonstrandum, meaning what was shown to be proved. This was a nice proof, wasn't it? I must confess that I don't entirely trust my own proof. It's very much like in the quote of Don Knuth, who once said, "Beware of bugs in the above code. I have only proven it correct, not tried it." So in order to check whether my code now would be really correct with respect to this assertion, I went and used an automated deduction tool. The tool I was using is named PEX. This is an experimental tool from Microsoft Research, which is a very, very thorough tester which gets possible inputs from the program code. So PEX does the same deduction steps as Sherlock Holmes would do, or as I would do, or as you would do, in order to come up with inputs that cause a built-in assertion to fail. And my idea was, if PEX doesn't find anything, then chances are my program is really correct. Let's go and see PEX in action. The PEX tool has its own web page where you can try it out. It's called www.pexforfun.com. Here you can enter code which you want to be tested automatically by PEX. And since PEX works for the languages C#, Visual Basic and F#, I converted our remove HTML markup function into C#. Here you see the function. I've renamed it to puzzle in order to match the PEX for fun conventions. Here's the precondition. The string that's passed must not be null, which is a special C# thing. And here we have the loop over all the individual elements, setting tag and setting quote, or adding the character to the result. At the end, we have an assertion. The result must not contain a less than character. Let's first try this out on the buggy version, and let's see whether PEX can find the bug. We click on Ask PEX. And now you see a number of interesting inputs. And these would all be inputs which cover various parts of the code. And at the very end, what you see here is an error message. The assertion has failed. And the assertion fails precisely on our buggy input, double quote, followed by a less than sign. So PEX has been able, by going through the code, to come up with the exact same failing input as in our deduction example. Now I have gone and fixed the program. The question is whether PEX can now find an input that makes the assertion fail. And again, we ask PEX. And again, it comes up with a number of interesting inputs. All of these interesting inputs cause the program to run properly. That is, despite its best efforts. And PEX is really, really good in detecting errors. PEX has not found a single input which causes the assertion to fail. So, for the fixed program, even PEX says this is correct. And I myself also have said this is correct. If you don't believe an automated deduction tool, you can believe me. And if you don't believe me, you can believe in automated deduction tools. Together, we create a big deal of confidence in this program.